In this video I'm going to show you how to create this neon text effect using Photoshop, so let's get started. Hey, what's up guys, Drill here, and as you can see this is the final output, and from the layer panel you can see that effect is not that complicated. It's pretty easy. Let's go. This is the wall where we will work. If you want to use this, the download link is in description. You can go to file and open any wall texture you like. First of all, you don't even have to unlock the wall. No need. Just create new adjustment layer and then select curves. And in the curves, go and make it darker. It depends on your photo how dark you have to make it. For this one, keep it somewhere around here and then close it. After that, go and create another adjustment layer and this time select black and white so we can get rid of all the colors inside photo. Then close it. Then create another adjustment layer and this time select a solid color. In the solid, make sure color is total black, hit OK. And then in the opacity, go and make it 50% so wall is a lot more darker. And then create another adjustment layer, and this is the final one. Go and select gradient. In the gradient, make sure that when you apply it, your color here is black and white. If you don't have it, just press D key on your keyboard and you'll have it. After that, create new gradient layer, and in the gradient, make sure you select foreground to transparent, hit OK. In the angle, it's 12. In the style, it's gonna be radial, and make it reverse so dark corners are on the outside. That's it. Then hit OK. So now as you can see, compared to original wall, this one is a lot more darker and moodier. Now let's add in the text, and for that select your type tool, and the first I'm gonna write the word Eminem, and for that I'm using the font Beyond. If you want to use any font that I use in this video or the photo, the download link is in description. So click here and type the word. Go and confirm it, and to make it bigger, simply press Ctrl T, hold a shift key and make it however big you like. So I think this is fairly big. Then go and confirm it. Now we have to change color of the font. For that, double click on the T, then click here, and the code is 00FCFE. It's really bright cyan color. That's it. Hit OK. Now we have to apply some layer styles to it. For that, right click and select blending options. The first one I'm gonna apply is bevel and emboss to give the font little bit of depth but not too much. In the style, it's gonna be inner bevel and the technique is smooth. Depth will be 272. Direction is up, and in the size it's gonna be 27, and in the soften it's gonna be 5. Angle and altitude is 30. Counter is default. Here is the important part. In the highlight, make sure your blend mode is screen and color is white with opacity being 100. On the other hand, we don't need any shadows, so just make the opacity 0 and we should be good. After that, I'm gonna apply a shadow. So for that, click on drop shadow option. Now at the moment it will be a little bit difficult to see like the effect of shadow because we don't have any lighting going on, but I'll show you at the end. In the blend mode, it's gonna be multiply, opacity 35, angle is going to be 30. Here are the things that we will change. In the distance, it's 21, spread is 0, and the size is 18. That's pretty much it, nothing else. Hit OK. Now we have to make a copy of this word Eminem. For that, simply press Ctrl J. Now on this copy, we don't need any layer styles. So you can right click and select clear layer styles. So all of them are gone. After that, we have to turn it into smart object so we can apply blur to it. For that, again, right click and select convert to smart object. Now if your Photoshop is really old, you should select rasterize type and you will also be able to apply blur. Here, select convert to smart object. Then go to filter, blur, and then select Gaussian blur. Now amount of blur depends on what kind of lighting you want. And the more blur you have, the more powerful it will look, and also it will fade a lot more. For me, 66 looks alright. Hit OK. And since we have smart object, you can always double click here and go back, change it however you like. And now we have to work on another word, and for that I'm gonna use different font. I have my type tool ready. I'm gonna click somewhere else on the screen and type the word Shady because that's his nickname. Now to change the font, double click on the T, and here I'm gonna go and select Tail of Hawks. Pretty unique name for the font. So as you can see, this is what your font should look like. I'm gonna select my move tool and move it somewhere around here like this. To make it big, again press Ctrl T, hold your shift key and make it bigger a little bit, and then go and confirm it. Now let's change the color of word shady. For that, again double click here, go to your color palette, and the code is FF8001, basically really bright orange. Hit OK, and again we will apply some layer styles on this as well. Right click and select blending options. Just like the last time, we will apply bevel and emboss. This is default inner smooth, but in the depth it will be actually 136. The size will be 5 and the soften will be 7. Rest is same just like the last time. After that, I'm gonna apply a drop shadow on this one as well. Here everything is just like the last time. Multiply black, opacity 35, angle is same 30, but in the distance I'm gonna make it 24, just a little bit more than the other word. And after that, I'm gonna apply outer glow. So click on the outer glow and apply a little bit of it, not too much. I think maybe 40% looks nice. We can always change it. So for now, this looks good. Hit OK. I'm also gonna press Ctrl T and rotate the word a little bit. And again, just like the last time, I'm gonna make copy of it. Press Ctrl J, so we have a copy. And on the copy layer, right click and select clear all layer styles. And then again, right click and convert to smart object. We will go to filter, blur and Gaussian blur and apply a little bit of blur, whatever looks good for the word. I think this looks really nice. Then hit OK. And you can put this copy layer under your original word so the glow doesn't overtake too much, and just like here. Okay, basic glow is ready. Now we have to draw those lines, and for that I'm going to use shape layers. So right click here and select your rectangle tool and draw a really nice thin rectangle like this. And if you make it too big, don't worry, just press Ctrl T and you can manage it super easy. Here, confirm it, and I'm also gonna select my move tool and move it down. And in this type of situation, use your arrow keys so you have a lot more control. Now for the top line, I'm gonna change the color to orange, so you can double click on this little box here, and then in the picker just click on this to make it orange. Hit OK. Close it. Now I'm gonna make another copy of it, so press Ctrl J, select your move tool and put the line here, somewhere around here. Now for this, I'm gonna change it to cyan color, so double click on the box and change the color to cyan. Click here, hit OK. Now to place both of these lines here as well, just hold your Ctrl key and select both of these lines, as you can see here, and then press Ctrl J, so you will have copy of both those layers. Then hold your shift key and drag it here like this. Now I'm gonna go and activate my rectangle one here, and then right click, go to blending options. In the blending option, go and apply outer glow, and in the outer glow, make sure you use the same color of the strip, so orange strip, orange glow, and the size depends on whatever type of glow you are looking for. 80 looks nice on this one. Hit OK. Then do it for all of them. Right click, blending option, outer glow, and in the color picker this time I'm gonna select cyan, so we have a nice cyan glow. Hit OK. OK. Looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna group all of the lines so it's easier to manage. Click on your rectangle one, hold your shift key and click on the top rectangle, then press Ctrl G so all of them are in single group. Now let's zoom out and see how the overall effect looks. I think it's going pretty great. Now I'm gonna apply the big glow that goes really far away, and for that create new blank layer on top of everything here, and you can also rename it to like overall glow. Now for this you will have to use your brush tool, so activate brush tool and then pick up a color from the font. So hold your Alt key and click on your font, so you pick up the really nice cyan color, and in the opacity make it somewhere around like 30%. Make your brush a little bit smaller, then right click, make sure hardness is also 0%, and then paint on the word like this. If you think it's a little too much, press Ctrl Z and make your brush a little bit smaller and then try again. I think this one looks nice. Make sure that this color doesn't overlap the word shady, the different color, too much. For that, I'm gonna go and again pick up another different color and then do a click like this. Once you are happy with all the glow, go to your opacity and change it to 30%, and in the blend mode, go and change it to screen. And then you can start increasing your opacity until it looks at the way you want, and this way you can add overall glow. Not only that, once this is done, you can go to your filter, blur, and then go to Gaussian blur and apply lots of blur to make it, even smoother if you want that. So I think on 80-90% blur, this looks really nice, and hit OK. Now I'm gonna show you how to make everything bigger and smaller at once, including glow. For that, activate the first word, the copy here, then hold your shift key and click the glow at the top. Everything is selected, then press Ctrl G. So it's simple group and it's easy to manage. Now you can press Ctrl T and the box will pop up. Simply hit OK. Then hold your shift key, and if you want to make it bigger, make it big. And now for the final step, this is optional. I'm not sure even if I like it or not, but to do that, create new adjustment layer and then select curves. In the curves, make everything a little bit brighter from here and then a touch darker from here, so we have a bit more contrast in the photo. Then go to your blue channel. In the blue channel, add a little bit of yellow, not too much, and then a little bit of blue in the shadows, and then make it touch darker from here and close it. It depends if you like it or not, but it can help you give effect a wholesome feeling, that everything belongs in one place. So I really hope that you guys learned something from this video, and if you did, hit that like button, and if you have any kind of questions or suggestions, ask me in comment section below. If you want to check out more videos by me, you can click on any of these boxes, and you can also subscribe to my channel, so every time I upload a new video, you will get the updates. Until then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with Photoshop.